The following program is four guys talking about the happenings in the world. This show is meant to be comedic and informative. The content expressed on this podcast is for entertainment purposes only and do not reflect the beliefs or opinions of the cast, their peers, friends, family, or co-workers. This show may contain strong and crude language for the sake of entertainment. If you are under 18, please get permission from your parents to watch and listen. If you are offended by the contents of this podcast, please do not watch or listen. Now, it's time for the show.
Gentlemen, may I have your attention? The show starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, you ready to let the dogs out?
What?
Do what? Let the dogs out. You know, like, who let the dogs out? Who brought this guy along?
What? Oh, you gotta give him that hawk and spit on that thing.
Let me give you some trash talk, okay?
You serious?
Well, hey there, friends. It's Sunday, May 18th, and we are live on YouTube. This is the FLA Trash Talkers Podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us. Lots to talk about. Looks like the whole class is here. What's going on, Wally?
Hey, good morning, everybody. How's everybody's Sunday going? Kind of a depressing day for me. Got to watch Barca lift the trophy today for La Liga. Kind of a bad day for Real Madrid, but I'm sure Toby's feeling kind of the same way with the Celtics being knocked out. So, yeah, just a great Sunday. You know, just enjoying this Florida weather.
What's going on, Keith?
Good morning, everybody. Happy to be back live. 109 days away from the NFL kickoff, and I can't damn wait.
What's going on, David?
Good morning, guys. Yeah, like he said, good to be back live. Hope everybody had a good Mother's Day, and you guys are the greatest motherfuckers I know.
Thank you, sir.
Hell yeah. I appreciate that. And I'm Jay, and we broadcast live every Sunday. You can be part of the show by chatting with us in real time on the YouTube chat group.
You're not going to ask about Toby?
Toby, how you doing?
Oh, Toby.
Yeah,
Toby.
what the hell?
Jesus. His Celtics
Hey,
lost. He didn't die.
listen. Yeah, I don't like Celtic fans. Sorry.
I'm in mourning. America's team has been downgraded to Somalia's team. So,
Fucking pirates.
God
Yeah.
damn. That is like the worst country, right?
it's tough. That's all I got.
All right.
So back to what I was saying. We broadcast live. Sorry about that, Toby. We broadcast live every Sunday. You can chat with us in real time. Can't watch us in live? That's not a problem. You can watch us whenever you want. Just search for the FLA Trash Talkers. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's go ahead and get this party started. What's going on, boys? On Friday, I went to see the AC/DC concert. That was probably one of the best concerts I've seen in a while, man. They definitely brought the heat. Those old guys, Brian Johnson, 80 years old, and Angus Young, 73. They brought the heat, man.
Time out. Somebody up there doing a concert 73 and 80.
Hey, Brian Johnson, lead singer for the AC/DC, is 81, and Angus Young is 73 years old, and those guys rock that stage. I'm going to tell you what, man, I've never seen a concert that good in such a long time. Now, the reason why I bring that up is because I accidentally bought tickets that I didn't know what I was actually buying. I thought I was buying some regular standard tickets, and ended up being in the Hyundai section of the Raymond James Stadium. Anybody ever been there?
I've
That
never been
stadium?
to that stadium.
No, Wally, you've been
times.
to that stadium, right?
Yeah, I've been to the stadium a couple times.
Didn't you get the Hyundai?
No, we
experience?
got the Champions.
You got the champion experience.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got the Hyundai experience. You walk in, it's like a kind of like a VIP thing where you walk in, it's all air conditioned in there. They have a full liquor bar, all you can eat food and stuff like that. I had no idea that's the
Time
tickets
out.
I bought.
I bought a lot of tickets in my life.
Right.
And what happened is usually when you get ready to go buy tickets, they have like a price range, 100 to 1,000. So just say hypothetically, right? If you were closer to the 1,000, motherfucker, you didn't accidentally do nothing.
yeah, you paid for it.
Well, I didn't know what I was paying for when I bought the tickets. Okay, I didn't know. I thought I was just buying seats to the concert. Okay, I was
Let's
trying to
get
get as
these
close
ones.
to the stage
Yeah,
This,
as I
this section
possibly
has
could.
this section has
$800.
truffle on my fucking hamburger.
These are $800 tickets. Let's just go ahead and get these because that's just a random.
You only live life once. You only live life once, so go ahead and get the best tickets. I was trying to get as close to the stage as possible. Where I wanted to be was on the floor. That's where I wanted to be. I wanted to have Angus Young sweat on me.
You live every day. You only die once, fucker.
Yeah, but time out. Yeah, I want floor tickets, but I'm getting tickets up in the stands. I mean, like there's a
seat chart.
Exactly. Like, so I want tickets closer to the floor, but I just happen to get tickets in the Hyundai section part of the
I
stadium.
didn't know what I was buying. I thought I was buying. So at the time when I bought the tickets, it was on the floor seats were kind of taken. There was a couple left that were about $750 each. I was like, I'm not sure if I want to pay that kind of money for that. And then the next tier up, I was like, oh, okay, that's the second tier. That's not bad. I'm going to get a good view of the stage. And those were, I think they were $550 a piece. So I bought 2 of those tickets, not realizing that they were Hyundai VIP experience. Now, what am I supposed to do? I didn't know what I was
look
buying.
around like that section where I'm sure if those were tickets for 500 and whatever, like tickets like the section below were probably what 350. Maybe the tickets around that box was around 250, but you decided I'm going to click on the $550 tickets.
You only live once, all right?
Man.
This is the once in a lifetime opportunity. Okay, I'm never going to see these old guys
logic
again.
doesn't make any sense.
I'm never going to see these old guys again. So I splurged and I got
They're
the
going to die
VIP.
tomorrow.
They probably will. I was actually surprised they didn't come out in wheelchairs.
They probably dead now after they getting some of that Tampa cocaine.
Fentanyl.
Yeah,
Well, I saw them when I was 15 years old, so that's 45 years ago.
And they were 65 then.
Right, you ain't 60.
They were still kind of in their prime when I saw them when I was 15. That was 45 years ago. So
35.
I'll tell you what.
35.
I don't know that you'd
35.
be able to tell the difference from then to now.
Yeah, 35. My bad. 35.
I don't
So
think you'd be able to
35
tell the
years, so
difference.
they were 45-ish.
I'm kind of on Jay's page. I probably would have got confused on those tickets because I don't associate Hyundai with luxury. It's
Yeah.
now if hey, I'm in the BMW Mercedes section. Okay, I get it. That's probably.
And then Ticketmaster, it didn't say it was like this VIP experience. It said Hyundai, and I was like, oh well, maybe the concert's being sponsored by Hyundai. You know what I mean? Hyundai. So I was like, all right.
Did he just get British?
Bottom. What was that?
Did you just go British real quick?
It's Hyundai.
Hyundai.
More truffle on my burger, sir.
Look. I'm not. I tell everyone, I'm not the smartest motherfucker in the world. But if I would have spent $550 on some tickets, I'd have knew they were special tickets.
Wow.
Like I give you an example.
I thought I was getting close to the stage. That's what I thought I was doing.
Give you an example. I went to go buy the Dolphin tickets, home opener tickets this weekend. And the prices range from like $80 to $2,000 for tickets. I'm nowhere near the 2,000. So I didn't even go that side of the damn internet. I stayed right around the $200 to $300.
Okay. I mean,
I know I'm not sitting in the Mercedes-Benz section.
You ain't got AC and VIP liquor bar and all that
No,
with a 200.
Can't afford it.
I don't understand what the issue is here. I like truffles and I like sitting close to the stage. I like VIP experience. What's the problem here? I like the splurge.
That's not the problem. The problem is you sat there and said that thought you were getting floor tickets, and then you selected tickets that were up in the stadium.
When I walked,
you didn't realize they were in a special section. You know when you get in those tickets where you sitting. Like don't come on, man.
When I walked in and I said, wait a second.
Oh, I walked in.
212. Our section's over here.
And he's amazed.
Our section is over here behind double door glass, beautiful part of the stadium. And I'm like, well, maybe that can't be us. That can't be us. And so I asked the lady, I said, hey, we're looking for this section here. And she goes, well, come on in. And she opened the door, got busted with ice cold air conditioning, the smell of food. and booze and people walking around with their. I mean, it was just amazing. I had no idea. I promise you guys, I had no idea that's what I bought, but it was
You're walking
some of the
around with
best.
your pinky up.
Hell yeah, I was walking around with my
Having a lot
pinky
of
up.
that shit going on.
Ladies and
I actually-
gentlemen, Mr. and Mrs. Gross.
Hey, and I actually felt like I was underdressed for the situation. Everybody there was kind of high class. You know what I mean? I was like, Jesus Christ, these guys are walking around with Gucci and stuff like that, and they probably have yachts, and I'm walking around here in my Honda Civic that I drive.
They're all
Underclass for ACD.
90 and established.
Yeah, everybody, they left the villages and went straight there.
Hell yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, I would say. Speaking of that, Keith, I probably me and my lady were probably we had to be the youngest in the stadium. I would say everybody around there was in their 60s, so there was no mosh pitting or body surfing.
Look at these whippersnappers.
Yeah, and the way people dressed, it was kind of interesting to see old ladies and trying to bring out their old rock stuff. It was very, very interesting to see that kind of that thing.
Sorry,
So the next thing I
That was
want
my
to bring up
question.
is,
What's that?
so you went and saw an 80-year-old and a 76-year-old man perform on stage, and that was
Yeah.
the best concert you'd been to?
Well, okay, so I've been an AC/DC fan since far back as I can remember.
We
Right?
were in bed by 6:30.
I got to see them once. I got to see them once back in 2015. So been to multiple concerts, but they are. I love those guys. They've been part of my life forever. And when I saw them in 2015, it wasn't with Brian Johnson. It was with Axl Rose. That's when Brian Johnson went deaf. All right. So I got to see Guns N' Roses with Angus Young. Yeah, you know what I mean? It wasn't a real thing. So for me to be able to see this for the first time in my life, like you got to see them back when you were 15 years old. I didn't have that opportunity, right? I mean, I was probably 5 when you went to go see him at 15, you old man.
Oh my God, this bastard! Never mind.
10, asshole.
Oh, sorry. So for me, it was just such a big deal, a big experience. It's just something that I've always wanted to do in my entire life, a bucket list thing. And so, yes, it was one of the best concerts I've ever seen.
I get it. I'm a huge New Edition fan, right? Huge New Edition. I've seen New Edition several times, in different forms too. BBD featuring Bobby Brown, all 6 New Edition members, Ralph Tresvant and Johnny Gill. You know, I've seen them. So if they come to town right now, I'm going, no matter how old I am or how old they are. Old ass Bobby Brown with fentanyl legs, still pretty good.
See, Keith gets it. All right.
Listen,
Like,
Bobby Brown in the Ghostbusters 2 song gets me every time.
But the photo pack so. Oh, you know it.
Yep.
What about you? What about you, Wally? I heard you went to a concert over the weekend as well.
Well, I went to Rockville Friday.
Like
How
a
was that?
man. Like a fucking man.
Man, now see Jay. Now Jay, I get you now with that. It was motherfuckers passing out of Rockville.
It was hot. When let me tell you, when we got there, I wasn't sure how long we were actually going to stay because we got there about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, it was pretty hot. But let me tell you, man, once when the music started going, man, and people started jamming, it was a good time, man. One of the best times I've had in a while.
That's a daytime concert, right?
No, it goes all day long. It's a festival, so there's like 3, 4, 5, 6 different stages, concerts going on, and then you just kind of walk around and kind of just enjoy everything that's happening. So
Oof.
a lot of weed, a lot of weed smoking.
I bet it was weed at the Metallica concert too. I mean AC/DC concert too.
Oh yeah, you could smell the weed clear as day throughout the stadium.
A lot of body surfing. Let me tell you, I was tired after that concert.
Did you body surf, Wally?
No, I'm not getting my fat ass up there. For hell no. But let me tell you, there was a stretch there for about 45 minutes, man, where every time you look behind you, there was somebody being launched up, and you were like just tossing somebody, just pushing them around. It was wild. Good times.
Did you molest anybody?
No, I would never do that.
Oh, you pussy.
Well, I got my girl there too. I'm trying.
Okay, oh, sorry, that's your titties.
You just mumbled that. You just mumbled the hell out of that, right?
So I know you saw. I know you saw titties.
This.
Did you?
Yeah, he was the one
You know,
showing his tits.
it wasn't like that. You would think it would be like that. Now maybe after dark, you know, with people camping out and the festival's kind of still going on, and there was, let me tell you, man, when you walk past all the RVs and I mean, they had like inflatable pools and all kinds of different things going on, man. I'm sure that turned into a pretty happening place at night.
Yo, that's pretty fucking smart. I would never thought about bringing like an inflatable pool.
Oh man, they had inflatable pools, man.
Inflatable pools. The technology for inflatable pools is nice now too.
Yeah, but where in the fuck are they getting the water from?
Everybody's peeing.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
More like a jacuzzi.
They have the water hookups. You know how Daytona is, man. International Speedway. I mean, they do that for the 500. They got a couple. They got races going on, so they got it set up where, yeah, you got the hookups right there. I guess right there in the area where you park and everything. It was wild.
Was that where it was, the Speedway?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me tell you, man. That looks like a good time. Like, you talk about a place we should go. Might be a place to kind of think about trying to do a show from, man. Like trying to wake up on a Sunday after a Saturday night, trying to do a show. Yeah, that place is pretty. That was pretty wild. But it wasn't a bunch of naked or bunch of. I mean, there was a couple teas here and there, but it wasn't like just outrageous, like everybody just running wild and crazy and like Woodstock.
It will be when the 5 of us go.
Well, I'm sure at night it turned into a whole different thing.
When we go, baby, we throwing beads.
Well, it definitely looks like a good time. I would love to do that. I'd love to go there and hang out and do the whole 3 or 4 day festival kind of thing, because it was good times, man. The bands were great, man. Sounded awesome. I mean, the food. I mean, just the whole experience, man, was a good time. So,
but was it VIP?
No, I didn't. I wasn't spending money on VIP. Look, I got a regular smoker out here. I don't have digital smokers and shit. I'm a regular guy.
Don't start that shit right now.
Yeah. Speaking of that, hey boys, I want to talk about that's a great segue, Wally. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's on my list right here. So, all this technology, pit boss, and Keith got himself a pit boss. Damn thing doesn't work anymore for either one of you guys. What's going on with yours? Your smokers. My smoker works just fine. There's no technology to it. You just plug it in and hit start.
Okay, so you're bougie about a couple other things. You got a basic bitch pellet smoker. Me and Keith upgraded.
Yes, we did.
Keith texted me.
That's how I can afford the AC/DC tickets.
What'd you text me, like 2:30 yesterday?
Yep.
Something like that. Asking if I was busy. I'm like, all right, I'll call him. And he's like, what's going on with the pit boss? It won't connect to the internet. And I'm like, I don't know. I had other issues with the model he has. So I upgraded to the one a little bit higher and haven't had an issue until Keith. I haven't dove into it so Keith, if you want to explain what happened.
Oh my God. So I bought my pit boss Thursday and I waited till Saturday to even play with it, right? So I went to Sam's, bought a shitload of meat, ready to work this meat all day, Saturday and Sunday. And I said, okay, let me get it started. And one of the things you got to do with a pit boss is connect it to your phone. You download the app and connect it to your phone so you control. Basically, the only thing you do from the outside of the grill is put the meat in and put the meat out. Take the meat out. You do everything else through your phone. I got it connected to the phone, and in the middle of it, it kicked me out, and I can't get back on I can't connect on my grill no more.
Yep. I mean, you don't have to do everything through the phone, but it's a nice feature for sure.
Well, you have a pit boss as well. What do you have?
Me?
Or you have Toby? You have a regular old smoker, or do you have a pellet smoker?
Oh, it's an Oklahoma Joe pellet smoker.
Nice. And do you have that problem too with the technology?
Mine doesn't have the phone thing. I got it before that kicked in.
Yeah.
But I can see where it's gonna be beautiful once it. Yeah. Anyway, I have my internet people on the way because apparently now the way Pit Boss is designed with the app, Dave, sound like you're going through the same issue. It has to be on 2.4. I don't want to geek this up. 2.4 gigabytes or something. for the app to work with your phone and grill. So now my internet people are coming to make a special part of my modem just for the grill.
All right,
Gotcha.
so I'm kind of with Wally here. I mean, I do enjoy my pellet smoker, set it and forget it type of thing, but that is way too much technology. Why am I cooking with my phone, right, Toby? I mean, why are we cooking with our phones?
Well,
Why
I
can't
mean, I say that, but I have the thermometer that works through your phone too. So
I don't know, man.
We're all slaves to technology now.
That's very true. That's very true. But I don't know. I still believe there's some sort of I don't know, something that you just get your hands dirty, right, Wally? I mean, yeah, I have a pellet smoker, but I don't want to sit on my couch and cook from my phone.
So now you understand where I'm coming from.
He moonwalking.
No, I don't understand. I don't understand where you're coming from because I don't want to be a slave outside in the hot sun all day managing fires. I want to sit on my couch and then just set it and forget it. But I don't want to sit there and take my phone and go, let me raise the temperature up 3 degrees. I want to be able to, go outside, have a drink.
No, you go outside and you adjust the actual burner and you do it manually. You don't sit on the phone on your couch.
All right, that's what I do. I go out there and I check it out, look at the meat. I don't sit on my couch, watch a movie while I'm cooking.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do. I do. That's what matter of fact, I'm going to do that this afternoon. I'm going to put 2 whole chickens on my smoker and sit down and watch a movie.
Hey, so in the aftermath, before math, when I tried to hook it up, I loaded the bitch back up and took it back to Sam's. And the old guy looked at me so funny. He said, "You want to hook?" The old guy that worked at Sam's, him and his friend came. "You want to hook it up to your phone? You bought it back because it don't hook up to your phone. Your phone don't cook it." I say, "Look at man."
What I'm saying.
I said, "I know y'all elderly, so let me help y'all out." They had pissed me off. I said, "I know y'all elderly, so let me piss you off." I said, "It's 2025. Technology runs everything. Catch up."
Well, technology runs everything. It's going to be. Oh, go ahead, Toby.
Old boy was hungover from that AC/DC concert.
Well, technology runs everything now, right? So pretty soon we're not going to be doing anything. You're just going to pretty soon just. What are you going to have, a robot take the food out, put it on the grill, and tell it how to spice it up and just sit back and relax?
Salt, little machine in there, dropping little salt pellets on top of it. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I mean, the way technology's going, I mean, we don't have to do a goddamn thing.
They just came out with a washing machine that's also a dryer. So you don't have to switch the loads from the washer to the dryer. And in there, from your phone, you can release how much soap you want in your laundry. You can also put in your fabric softener just by the simple touch of your fingers on your phone. And then when it's done washing, it'll alert you. So then you can press dry and the thing will start drying it. You don't have to do anything other than put the clothes in the washing machine.
No, it sounds like we're gonna do what Keith did, where we're gonna have to now we're gonna get another splitter because that washing machine dryer is gonna need a certain part of your router modem to run the pit boss. Yeah. Now you gotta split it again. So now all these businesses are working together to fuck us.
And what are you gonna do when the app doesn't work anymore? God damn it! I'm trying to wash my laundry and now I got bleach spilling everywhere.
Freaking
app doesn't work.
More people calling out the next day. Sorry, I can't come in. All my clothes are soaking wet because the fucking app died mid-load.
Oh my god! So apparently, Pit Boss came up, just updated this app, and they screwed up on their end. It's gonna have to be another something with their app because they got everything all jacked up.
I don't know. I mean, so going back to Wally's point, yeah, pretty soon we're not going to be able to do anything. UPS now does everybody here know what a yard dog is?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. For those who don't know what a yard dog is, it's a little tractor that moves trailers around your yard. That's what it does, right? And you have a guy in there, and all it does is specifically move and specifically make sharp turns and circles, and it's made to do what an actual trailer on the road can't do. Now, Wally, right? They have a driverless yard dog.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I mean, think about it. So normally you have a guy that gets in this one truck. So it's basically a semi truck somewhat, and it's got one seat in it, it's got one steering wheel, and all it does is it moves trailers from one loading dock to the other, to get loaded, and then when it's full, they move it to another section. Then that guy comes and picks it up and takes it out for deliveries, and then the yard dog takes that empty trailer, puts it loaded up, takes it to the dock, and then they load it up, and then he just constantly moving, empty trailers and loaded trailers all day long. And now they have an automated yard dog where the truck is driven by robot, and it does it on its own now. I mean, once again, so there's another job being taken away. So once again, man, when we have these conversations about AI and technology, it's pushing us out of a job. I mean, I know a guy that I worked with. He was a driver for, where I work at, and now, his job was at Frito-Lay, and that was his job. He was the yard dog guy. He was moving trailers, back and forth and loading and unloading. And so when they get an automated, yard dog, he's going to be out of a job. So once again, we're taking away from the ability for people to make money. And it's getting scary, man. It's getting scary. I mean, I love technology, and it does make, life easy when it does work.
Do you?
Well, we work for a company, man, that, technology is a big thing. And when it works, it's too great. But when it's having its glitches and problems, it's a headache for us to try to get things moving and keep things rolling along. So I mean, it has its good points, it has its bad points. I've been on both sides of the spectrums as far as in my industry, seeing both sides of things. But yeah, I mean, where do we go with jobs? What do people do to earn money when we're looking for opportunities to make everything robotic and automative, and what do people do to survive? I don't know the answer to that, and that's a question I'd love to get an answer to, because it just doesn't make sense on what's going on.
Well, I got to imagine that we'll be hired. That's what all this technology schools is, right? We're going to be hired to run the robots. We're not going to be actually out there doing the physical work. We're going to be running the robots.
It don't take as many people.
There's going to be a room full of geeks, okay, with their little remote controls and their little Nintendo PlayStation things, and they're going to be walking these robots around.
Right, but you're going to have, so let's just take our industry, right? And let's say you have 12 routes that go out. And those routes were manual labor. So you have 2 people on a truck. And then you go to automation system. So now you've reduced the workforce from 2 to 1.
Shit, I remember it went from 3 to 2, then 2 to 1.
Well, yeah. Trust me, I rode those the log house, and like on 3 people in the truck.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've gone from 3 to now we're going to automation system where it's only 1. So let's say so you've gone from 24 employees, you reduce it down to 12. The reason for reducing going from manual labor to automation is to eliminate the opportunities to have an injury, right? A lot of times your injuries come from, physical labor, things like that. So you're reducing that aspect of the job. So now you've gone from 24 employees to 12 employees. Then now the next progression is you take away those 12 employees, and now you just have robotic trucks out there that are out there doing the job. And yeah, you have some guy sitting back behind a computer kind of running things and making sure everything's going right. But you went from 12 employees being employed down to 1. So what are those 12 people doing now to make money and being able to survive to pay their bills? Like
trying to get their pit boss to work.
Right. But at the same time, and that's a joke, and I get it, but at the same time, how do those people survive? How do they make money to pay their bills when we're constantly reducing the workforce?
I'm definitely not looking forward to sitting down and disciplining a Terminator.
I mean, we could sit there. I mean, we're managers, right? We're not driving trucks anymore. We all, most of us came up, through the industry driving trucks, and now we're at a position now where we're management. But think about if you was that driver, and all of a sudden you're hearing that there's a new technology that's coming through that's going to take you out of the workforce. What do you do to take care of your family? Like, what do you do?
How do you discipline a robot when you ask them to go do something and the robot's like, I'm not doing it?
The robot won't do that. The robot's going to do exactly what you want it to do. That's why it's a robot.
That's what Skynet said.
I'm telling you, I was part of that. I remember back when I started in the garbage industry, it was 95 when I got into the industry. And I was told, hey, man, there's a one-armed bandit that's coming to take our jobs. And we thought the shit was a myth. And I was saying about 5 to 6 years, I saw my first one in Florida and it freaked me out.
But okay. So once again, what is going to happen? How do people, you go to the racetrack, hell, they got automated, checkout systems. So they don't even have cashiers anymore, pretty much, unless you're buying tobacco products or alcohol products that you actually, they got scanners now. You just throw the thing up there, it scans everything, tells you exactly how much everything is.
You go to Circle K, you just put everything in front of and it count everything up at one time.
Right. So once again, you've taken jobs away. So now, how do those people survive? How do they take care of their families? What are we going to do?
What did you talk about the last few times we were on here? You talked about
Trump,
about movies,
angry about everything. He hates life. The stupid thing, nothing ever works around here. Be a man, man. Get yourself a damn real smoker. That's kind of stuff he talks about.
Well, he talked about a lot of predictive programming stuff, like movies and telling you the future, essentially. And all of the movies that you watch that have to do with the future, whether it be Star Trek or whatever, there is a global world government. And everybody's just kind of out there doing shit. And unless you're a captain of the fucking Enterprise, I don't even think when you watch the movies, do you see people having jobs? I don't. Think about it.
Right. Okay, but how do you earn money to pay bills?
You're just gonna get issued fucking Federation credits, bro.
So the government,
there's gonna be
the government
intergalactic conquest.
Yeah, that's it, bro.
It's just wild to think about, man. Like I come up from, I've been working my entire life, since I was 10 years old, mowing lawns to, 12 years old working at a plant nursery to moving on to groceries and, being a bag boy to, different things. Like I've always been working. So the idea that now we're just going to sit at home and the government is going to say, well, you deserve. Well, how do they determine how much money you deserve a month?
But you know what though, I can see it both ways though, bro. I can see it both ways because one thing in our industry we push is safety. So automated, I guarantee you're gonna have less injuries, less incidents.
Well,
it's not a salary you got to pay. And the salary goes beyond what we paying, what you make an hour for our drivers. Salary also go with the benefits too. So now that's one less health insurance person you got to pay. So I get it.
I get all of that. I understand why corporations want to move to a more automated system, right? I get, why they want to rely on robots. Robots don't get tired. They don't complain. They go out and do their own thing. You set the program. It does whatever it's supposed to do. If there's glitches, you have people on the back end of it, straighten it out. But once again, we're losing jobs. And how do so we're just going to be relying on the government to send us our paychecks, and we're just going to sit at home and worry about the app on the smoker.
Yeah, that's fucking important.
Infinity is here now. That's why I blinked out.
I don't have that luxury to know about how that app works, so I don't know if it's important or not. But I can't say what Wally does sound like. He sounds like my grandfather speaking right now.
How does it?
We still figured it out, right? We all still have jobs back then. Back then, they didn't see this technology coming, and then it came, and we still have jobs. They'll figure something out. We'll be doing something.
What's it gonna do to my fucking Hard Rock Bet app? Oh, like if there's driverless NASCARs, or I'm like, fuck, now they're all programmed to go, okay, this much money's being bet on this car to win or this player to score this many points. Switch your program. And I'm dumb enough to go, I'm gonna fucking win. Click.
That's it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just kind of scary, man, to think about, man. We talk about technology in the last couple shows, and I'm really worried. Like, who determines on how much I get a month, or you get a month, or the next person gets a month to survive and pay their bills to do anything? Yeah, I mean, so now we're relying on the government. Is that now we're communist government that tells us what we can and can't do, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't know where it's going, and it's scary.
It is a little scary, but at the same time, I think that there's got to be something. I mean, what they can't just have us all sitting around doing nothing, right? I mean, we got to work. And somebody's got to run those robots.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to fix the robots, because the robots are going to malfunction.
There's going to be a door open somewhere. We just ain't figured out yet.
Okay, so in order for that to happen, you have to do kind of a population elimination. Like, you have to.
I agree with that. There's too many damn people walking around this planet.
Is there going to be another pandemic that kind of wipes out another? Because COVID kind of wiped out the.
It didn't even make a dent.
Right?
Didn't even make a dent. Okay?
It didn't. But
we need something bigger. We need something bigger. There's too many people walking around.
So you're having discussions with the 7 families, and you already know you know something's about to happen where they're going to wipe out a third of the world. Like, some pandemic's going to come out, and it's going to wipe out the third of the world, and then that third of the world now can control 30 robots at a time or whatever.
So I just thought about something. Who is going to have a job with the robots? People like me and Keith, gamers that understand controls. I could fucking run a goddamn video game. I'm fine. You guys, that's y'all's problem. Sorry.
I can work my way around the remote control.
See?
So is that
Keith's gonna suck. That's an Xbox, right?
Is that the application process? How many games per hour you can play?
No, I need to know your kill to death ratio. There's all kinds of stuff that goes into it, Wally. I'd explain it to you, but you're 65 years old going to an ACD concert.
Yeah, so somebody like me, I'm just gonna be wiped out. Hey, that's an old person. He doesn't know nothing about technology.
Believe it or not, that is going to be the people getting wiped out. Honestly.
Yep. Sorry.
And we see it in our industry right now, though. I hate to hire an older person.
Well, I think our company wants. Well, see, now, and that's the thing with the industry, right? So when I was coming up through the industry 20, 30 years ago, when you hired a 24-year-old person, you're excited because that dude was going to go out there and work. He's going to be able to last all day. He's going to be able to, and then as kind of things transition and you got into the mid 2000s, right? So you're talking 2010, 2012, 2013s. I was ready to hire a 40-year-old person because he had a work ethic in his background that I knew he was going to be able to do the job, where I hired a 24-year-old in the mid 2000s.
2000.
He's not going 2015, 2012, 13, 14, 15. He's not going to have that same kind of work ethic. You know what I'm saying? So it is changing, and then you see the way management's progressing with our industry, right? They're looking for a bunch of tech guys because everything's about, putting in your coachings and documenting this and documenting that. And it ain't about the one-on-one personal conversations anymore.
I don't think it's just the industry that we're in there. I think it's just all together. I think everybody is going for that younger, right out of high school, right out of college person.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but you're going to see more of that now that the no taxes on overtime is coming. That this new generation, once they're 40 and out the gate.
They want
Yeah,
no more
so
than
I think-
45, 50.
I think-
Anything
Yeah,
over-
I don't think it's just where we all work on a full-time basis. I think it's every company is going towards that direction where they're going to hire that 24-year-old that's going to manage a group of people, right out of college without that experience. But they have the technology experience. They have the business degree. They have different skill sets that they learned in school that we had to learn throughout trial and error since we were 10 years old. You know what I mean? So, but that's just the direction I think the world is going into. It's not just one specific industry; it's the world that's going that way.
Well, yeah, I'm just using the industry that we are in as an example because that's all I know. But yeah, I can imagine that's corporate wide, worldwide. That's the way things are going to be going.
Somehow the president of the United States, we're still voting in the oldest person we can find.
Our industry right now, right? Our industry. Back in the days, you had to have
Try to stir that one up, but
I get you.
I try to stir it up a little bit.
In our industry, used to be a manager in our industry, you had to have experience in it. You had to, come up through the ranks to know what's going on. But the way it is evolving now, basically, you just got to know how to follow a process. You don't have to know the industry no more, which kind of sucks. And it's the same way it's going to be with like the new hires. The new kids, yeah, some of them got good work ethic. Like 1 out of every fucking 10 have good work ethics. But what they don't want 40, 50, 55, 60 hours. They want 40, 45, and they have figured out another stream of income too outside of work that they really can't live off of, but it's a good supplemental salary. That's why they don't want to be at work forever. They need to go get that other income, whether it's online gaming, they watching whatever, because how many kids are getting paid to play video games online?
Hey, we're trying to get fucking paid by getting followers. So
exactly.
Yeah, we're trying to do the same thing. I have a friend of mine that his son.
Some of you kids show us how to do this.
I have a friend of mine that his son, he just moved to Japan because what he does, he's a influencer on one of these video game things. So all he does is play this game. I don't remember the name of the game, right? He sits there all day long, plays a game, and he records it onto YouTube. He posts it onto YouTube, and he makes $70,000 a month. So he got so good at this game.
Probably.
I don't think he's more than 20, 21 years old. And he just moved to Japan to the home base of where that video game is at. And now he works, and before he was doing it from his house. Now he's doing it in Japan at the Japan main, where their headquarters. And now he sits in an office, does the same thing, plays the game, talks about the game. All right, guys, if you use this cheat code and if you do this and if you move the guy over here.
Yes, put it on YouTube.
He puts it on YouTube, and then he's making $70,000 a month doing that. That's what life is these days.
20 years ago, we would have never imagined making income that way.
Well, 20 years ago, you know what we did? So in our industry, you got paid by the day, right? So you would go out, you run your route as fast as you could. You'd be back by 11:30. This is back when routes were, basically at a level where you got paid for a certain amount of work and it made sense. So you would go out and you go out and do your route and you'd be back in the yard by 11:30, 12 o'clock if you really hustled. And then you would have a lawnmower company where you'd go out and mow lawns in the afternoons to make up that income.
These kids ain't doing that either.
Well, no. So now you go out, you do your job, and then your second income is you come home and you sit in front of a freaking TV or a computer and you're playing video games and you're supplementing your income by doing things on the computer. But once again, somebody's going to figure out technology where some robot's going to be doing that for you. And then at the end of the day, we're all going to be broke, killing each other, trying to survive.
The bold move to think I'm not broke right now.
I know.
Me too.
I got a question here. Do you think at all for any second that if the boat that crashed into the Brooklyn Bridge was driven by a robot when it crashed into the Brooklyn Bridge? Did you guys hear about that? It happened yesterday.
Yeah, I saw the video this morning. That's wild. That's gross negligence there, buddy.
But they was on their way to damn Iceland. What the hell they doing in Brooklyn?
Wait, what the hell are Mexicans doing going to Iceland?
Training.
That's another good question. That is a great question, Toby.
Training mission. I said the same thing. And Mexico need to get their income up. Did you see that old ass looking boat?
You know why? You know why they were going to Iceland, right? Because Trump said he was going to make Iceland part of the United States. So they figured they'd get over there, get there early, and then when we take over, then they would automatically become U.S. citizens. Then they don't have to worry
I think they were going through New York because, I mean, come on.
right?
You're a sailor.
Think about it.
You got to go to New York. What?
Okay,
Come on.
that was a joke.
I'm a sailor.
Bruh, it's it's so much ocean out there. They didn't have to make that left to go to Brooklyn, okay?
I got the audio.
They had to go past Greenland or Iceland to get to Brooklyn.
Hey, I think they were smart. What is Iceland?
They had to go past. They're coming from Mexico.
Yeah,
they had to pass Greenland.
What
They
does
just have to
Iceland?
go.
What does
right up
Iceland
the
or
coast.
Greenland need? They need
Need a
fucking
map.
tamales, burritos, tacos. I mean, it's a genius move to build some
Motherfucker, do
income.
you know? Wait a second. Hold on, Jay. What do you mean? So they have to. So Mexico's in the Gulf.
You said it
They had to-
backwards. I know what you meant. You
They had
said
to
they
go
have
around.
pass-
They had to go around the
you
Keys,
said they
around
had to
Florida,
pass
They had to go
the-
around
past
the
South
Keys.
Carolina, past the Carolina, past DC,
And
and
where's-
then into New York. Where's Greenland at?
But it's a shitload of ocean out there.
You could went.
Why
You could have went further east or
But they
west.
did it. They
east.
went across the coast and went to New York because they're sailors and they want to go to New York.
Yeah, they had to stop and get more tortillas and shit. Like
Right.
in
See?
New York.
See?
And if you saw the video, it happened in front of a shitload of people sitting on the dock.
Yeah, I got it right here. I'm gonna play it
Yeah.
real. Queuing it up right now. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, but Wally,
I was talking
didn't-
about navigating an ocean right now. Not seeing the video sounds like an orgy right now.
Imagine you rent the boat for the night and then it just fucking collapses the second it takes off the dock.
I
did
know
you hear
what
that
it
lady?
is.
Did you hear that lady at the end? She says, "What would have happened if the bridge collapsed?"
Like the one in Maryland.
Yeah,
I
Baltimore.
get it. I know. I got it now. I got it. They actually was tired of fucking burritos and shit, and they came and they made a left to New York to get some hot dogs and pizza. That's what it was.
There's
Okay.
nothing better than New York pizza.
Hit
I'll
Little
tell you
Italy.
what.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing
Makes
better than
sense.
New York pizza.
because they still had a couple days to get to Iceland. Iceland is way on the other side of Greenland.
Well, my question is what's the captain of the ship doing? He's a Navy officer for the Mexican military, right? How is he not prepared to know that his sails are not are higher
Yes.
than the bridge? Why are we not paying attention to that?
I think there's a very important question that needs to be asked here. When did the first time you ever heard of the Mexican Navy? For me, it was today.
Today, I was today years
So
old.
I don't
I didn't
think
even know
we
they
have
had
a
one.
very experienced crew over there, bro.
They're like,
Well,
what the
now-
fuck, dude? We usually
not only
run
that-
jumpers. They're like, we
Wait a
usually
second.
run jumper
Wait.
swim to get in other countries.
Wait a second. So when I saw the ship, I was like, okay, that's like an inactive ship. Like that's like one of those ships that they kind of
Like a museum.
retire.
Bro, that
Yeah,
shit looks
yeah.
like it went to fucking Jamestown.
Dog,
Right,
that's what I'm
that's what I'm
saying.
saying.
They need to get their bread up because that shit was old, man.
But that's an active military Navy ship for Mexico. Like they rely on us a lot.
Heavily.
If that's their Navy ship, they rely on the United States to kind of protect them because that right there is like you said, that was like back in Boston Tea Party.
Bro, Ponce de Leon left that shit in Mexico in
Exactly.
1505.
And they brought it back to life.
This one
and
ran its
said, "Let's-
course. Leave it here.
Let's go to New York."
Well, once again, so how much does Mexico really rely on the United States to protect them? And then we sit there and talk about why we don't or why we should add tariffs and things on products coming from Mexico to us. Like, look, we take care of y'all. Like we protect you because we damn sure don't want no damn Russians or any kind of communist kind of country coming over and taking over Mexico because it's going to be right in our backyard. So, I mean, we actually do a lot for Mexico that nobody
They
ever
need to
talks
step
about
up
or
their
ever
damn
sees.
ships then, because if that's what we
They don't
have
have
to
to.
defend,
They don't have to because we do it for them. They don't have
bruh,
to.
that bitch
I
was a
just don't
sailboat. I was looking for
understand.
Sinbad on that. On that's an old reference.
I just don't understand how in 2025 we are still crashing into bridges. I mean, the boats drive themselves now.
That's what
That's
they were
just sitting
saying.
there. You
That's
know,
what they were saying. They think he
boats
had a
drive
power
themselves.
outage.
And then,
I
yeah, it was a
think
power outage. So,
Yeah,
so
they
what
think
happened?
it's a
The
power
generator ran out
outage.
of gas.
So they
Generator
couldn't
ran out of gas.
they couldn't steer it or something.
So what
well,
happens
that
when
was
the
the same.
robots run out of gas?
But that's the same thing that happened with the Baltimore Bridge,
Mm-hmm.
right? It
Mhm.
lost power, and then they couldn't control the ship, and then
So
it
what's
ran
going on
into
with
it.
this? Is it we're not powering up the generators? Is the
Listen,
robots not
This
working? See, again,
another
listen.
sign of AI. When it goes wrong, it's going to fuck things up,
If
and
you had a
we're going to have
robot
to deal with
steering the
it.
ship,
yeah,
the
you're
robot would
not
have
kidding.
pulled over. The robot would have pulled over in Florida and got some
Well,
fuel.
So
well, the
you
robot.
got us going. I know my car. It's not quite on E yet. We got 20
Yes.
more miles to go.
Oh man, we
Yeah,
can make it to Canada. We can make it to Canada.
We're fine. Canada gas is 40 cents cheaper. We got this. I'm gonna hang a left in this ocean, go through the Delaware River or however.
Yep, that's exactly what he said. We can
Whatever
make it
it
to
is.
Canada. Let's
But-
get out of there.
If the ship ran out of the ship power went down, right? That means the robot would have turned off as well, right? Don't you think? The robot would have turned off. So why didn't anybody go? Well,
But the robot's not connected to the fucking ship.
you never know. What if it ran out of battery? Okay, you can't charge it because the damn ship is turned off.
Well, once again,
So why doesn't the
manual
captain
labor.
go? Why doesn't the
So-
captain go? Huh? We're getting pretty close to this bridge here. All right.
But,
Oh shit! Let me
okay,
take.
He
Let
doesn't
me.
know how to steer a ship. He doesn't. He's never had to do it because he's
Bruh.
relied on AI. So now
Question, though.
AI is gone, and now he's got to manually steer the ship. He don't know what the fuck he's doing.
Did y'all see all them sails on that old ass looking boat? Okay, the
Yeah.
power went out. I've never been on a sailboat, but I seen people
Drop the
they
sails.
the sails was dropped. Okay, let's pull it to this way or whatever you got to goddamn do to steer it away from this bridge you're finna run into.
I don't know, man. I just think that the captain should have taken the helm of that ship and just started turning the wheel. He just let it go. He just let it crash.
And you see,
You see
all
guys
the people standing on the
hanging-
dock was really close to it too.
Did you see the people hanging from the sails when the sails fell over?
No,
That was the most Mexican shit I ever saw in my life.
no, I didn't see that.
Oh,
I
so
gotta
you
go
seen
back
it,
and look
Toby.
at
I'm
Adelaide,
telling you.
Adelaide.
I could jump my ass in the water, man. Damn that.
Oh shit! All I know is we made a pretty solid argument with needing robots to sail those boats. Hearing our description of how to get from Mexico to Greenland, I'm like, oh, we fucked this up. We made a solid case for robots to take over. Navigation is
know
not
about
our forte.
Well, it is the Mexican people. You know, they just want to come here for pizza. Maybe they don't know where they're going, so they're like, oh, you know what? So what I know about Mexicans is that, and let me not say that way.
No,
What
wait
I
a
know
second.
about
This turned a little racist now. Make sure you clear this.
all right, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. So Hispanic people, all right, including the Mexicans, the Cubans, and stuff like that. They like to use they fix everything with duct tape and toothpicks.
Oh,
So,
wow.
Yeah, they do.
That motherfucker said, I understand the duct tape. He said toothpicks.
They do. I'm married to one of them. She's like, oh, I got a solution for this. Fixed. See, she's laughing. Fixed. Brand new is what they say. You see this?
Mr.
Brand new.
George, how much you pay for the new guy?
So I'll say this about Mexican people. They are hardworking people.
Hard ass working people.
They are definitely hardworking people and are willing to make sacrifices and take a house and put 30 people in it. And
I think that's every culture but Americans.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they put, multiple families inside a home and they're sleeping on whatever inflatable mattresses. So sleeping bags, whatever they need to do to sleep. But they take 30 families, put them in a home, and they save their money, and they go out there and they work their asses off, man. Those guys, they
I'm not going to argue that. They do the jobs that we don't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, next weekend I'm going to go pick up a couple at Home Depot, come paint my house for me.
And he's dead serious about that shit too.
Oh, I'm not kidding.
Well,
you guys won't do it. If I asked you, hey, can you come paint my house? You'd be like, oh, I got busy. It's really hot outside.
No, you just can't.
I can't do it.
You can't afford me,
a couple Mexicans.
You can't afford me, sir.
I'll make sure your app works on your pit boss. How about that? Would that be enough?
You sound like you just walk down to the damn corner Walgreens and there's a couple of Mexicans. Hey,
they all at the Home Depot. You never see
at the Home Depot. They're all standing out there waiting for someone to come.
You never seen them?
How about I do it? $20.
If you go to Home Depot,
I don't know. I sound like Chinese to me, but
15 of them in the back of a goddamn pickup truck.
No
they don't say shit to you. They don't say shit to you. They just jump in the back of your truck.
I went to the Home Depot when I was remodeling that hotel on I was telling you about, to pick up some mud, and I'll put it in the back of my truck, and they're like, "Hey, you need help? You need help?" And Keith they were climbing in the back of that F-250 I used to have.
I'm telling you, they
do.
I got 90 people at the job site. I don't need. Please get out of my truck.
Which one did you go to? The one in OBT on Hunts Creek?
Is over off Sand Lake. Is it Sand Lake over there?
That's the one on Sand Lake by Florida Mall. But I'm telling you, any Home Depot in Orlando, you pull into the back of that bitch. They always in the back, like where you pick up the bulk, the bulky stuff. If you back your truck up before you put it in park, that bitch is full.
I'll tell you what, Keith, coming from Miami, right? Miami, when you go down to Homestead, you find a lot of them over there, right? So you just got to drive down to the Home Depot and Homestead and be like, "Hey, I need some work done. I'll pay you guys $100 each." Now you just did $2,000 worth of work for $150.
You just said you pay 100. So you got 1.5 person. You said you
1.5. The other one's a midget.
$150. Okay.
The other one's a Mexican midget.
Other was a child. Hey, you don't get $100.
Oh, I'm not saying a child because that's child labor laws. The other one's a midget.
We're all getting kicked off this show.
We're getting canceled today.
I meant to bring this up a little earlier, but we're talking about midgets and stuff, and earlier we're talking about places to go do our shit live. So I called my brother last night, Keith. I'm like, "Hey man, let's load up. Let's go shoot some motherfuckers, right? On Call of Duty."
Okay.
I was like, "Whoa, where are we going with this conversation?"
Wow. Sorry. Virtually kill some people, and maybe get a chat ban for racist talk. I don't know. He goes, "Sorry, can't do it tonight. I'm in Sarasota at midget wrestling." And I'm like, "Why are we not doing a show at midget wrestling?"
I heard that's some good ass wrestling.
I've never heard of midget wrestling. What are you talking about?
It's like micro something, and I'm like, he was sending me Snapchat.
Well, yeah, they're all micro. They're about that big.
Yeah, I heard midget wrestling is some good shit. I would love to sit there and get drunk and laugh.
Yeah, and where's that at? In Tampa?
They have it all over the country.
When are we booking our show?
I don't even understand why wrestling's like. I don't even understand why wrestling's even popular.
I don't get it either, but I'm saying just
either,
for the good time. But you know, midgets in it.
Now it's popular.
Like the whole WWE, the WWE, like I mean, and like I don't.
Was it WWM for the midget wrestling?
I don't know, but man, I don't get any of it. I don't. It's all staged. It's all fake, but there's some kind of drama, soap opera.
It's soap opera for men.
I guess I can't. Like I can't. I just can't. I know, and I heard somebody say one time on the radio, it's just like watching a Marvel's movie. You know that it's all scripted. Just once you understand that it's all scripted and it's all entertainment, it gets better.
As a kid, I loved it. And even in my early 20s, I loved that shit.
Macho Man!
It's too theatrical now. As a kid, I loved, Ultimate Warrior, Sting, shit, even Hulk Hogan before he got 100, he became 100.
Hulk Hogan, yeah, that's right.
Hogan and Macho Man having beef over Elizabeth.
Andre the Giant.
Will you marry me?
Roddy Piper.
Yeah.
But I just, as I got older, I was just like, I get it as a kid, it's like, guys jumping around and flipping and, you're slamming people. And so
my son's into it. My adult sons, they into it. They go to the show, they go to the matches.
That's what I'm saying. As you become an adult, you realize it's fake. Doesn't it kind of change your
I think Actually, when I started fucking is when I stopped messing with wrestling. I think that's when it happened.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So you becoming like your mind interest changes. Like as you get older, I don't know. I just don't understand the whole thing. But hey, whatever. I mean, each their own. Like I like watching soccer. Y'all don't like watching soccer.
What was that? Well, yeah. People like to watch wrestling, right? The fake stuff, and you like to watch soccer. So, I mean, people like to watch their own thing, right?
Sound like to me he was up early as shit this morning watching soccer too.
I was.
All right, boys, we're coming to the halfway point of our show. This is the Florida Trash Talkers. You can watch us live on Sunday, or you can watch us anytime you want. Just search for the FLA Trash Talkers on YouTube. Make sure to like and subscribe. Still lots to come. Trump was in Saudi Arabia. What do you guys think about that? He took his ass all the way from D.C. to Saudi Arabia.
Bro, that guy went over there and reset our foreign relations situation probably for the next 20 years. And he did it in a way that was respectful to those people. You got to think about this, man. We've been over there creating wars and tearing shit up since the late 70s. They got to be tired of that shit. And how many times have we been attacked in various ways by terrorists and shit? It's time to put an end to all that. So I think, oh boy, look, I think anyone with any sense has a love-hate relationship with Trump because he runs his mouth and makes you look stupid a lot. But then he goes and does something good like this, and he gets me back on his team. So creating a situation where we're not going over there and stirring up wars all the time, to me, is fucking excellent news.
Well, did anybody see his speech?
I did not.
Oh, I got a clip right here. You guys want to hear it? Here we go.
And it's crucial for the wider world to note this great transformation has not come from Western interventionists or flying people in beautiful planes giving you lectures on how to live and how to govern your own affairs. No, the gleaming marvels of Riyadh and Abu Dhabi were not created by the so-called nation builders, neocons, or liberal nonprofits like those who spent trillions and trillions of dollars failing to develop Kabul, Baghdad, so many other cities. Instead, the birth of a modern Middle East has been brought by the people of the region themselves, the people that are right here, the people that have lived here all their lives, developing your own sovereign countries.
So, I mean, he went over there, like you said, Toby. I think he's over there trying to fix the problems that we have over there. Like you said, we're starting wars over there. Now we can try ending wars. I mean, there was one point where we thought the Middle East should be just a parking lot, right? Because of what they've done in the past. And I think he's trying to build a bridge, for lack of better terms, to fix the situation. What do you guys think?
I think one more thing I'll add is for the last 40, 50 years, we've been trying to export our idealism on the rest of the world. That's not our fucking place. Like, if you can't, first of all, the Middle East is engulfed in their religious beliefs. This is a big thing for them. They're not going to come to terms with what we believe is the right way. They're not going to have a big pride parade in Abu Dhabi. That's not coming down the pipe, bro. So for us to keep trying to inflict that on them, and it's just been bad policy, man. It's called nothing but death. And like Jay had mentioned before on the pre-show, a lot of people got fucking rich off of it. And that's the only thing that's come of it. So let them live their lives and do their shit and make money with them instead of by dropping bombs.
Help develop those countries. I mean, those countries have a lot of resources, technology-wise, and things like that. And I think Trump was just basically saying, we need to stop sticking our nose in everybody's business and let y'all develop your own countries and maybe us be supportive, but not try to dictate and try to enforce our beliefs on your countries and try to make y'all's countries more towards what we believe in. You know what I'm saying? I mean, these wars and things that have been going on have been going on for hundreds of years. I
agree 100%. Sorry, go ahead, Wally. My bad.
Well, I'm just saying you're not going to change. We go over there and we try to stamp our mark on certain things, and this is the way democracy is supposed to be, and this is how things are supposed to go. Well, not everybody wants to live that way, and every country has the right to live the way that they want to do, and we need to quit trying to stamp our way of living and saying it's the right way to live and try to change the world. We need to concentrate on what's going on here in America.
Well,
Not worry about what's going on over in the fucking Middle East. Let them do their thing.
Yeah.
Be supportive and use their technology or whatever resources that they have to make everything better. But for us to constantly try to play, big dick with the rest of the world and say our dick's bigger than everybody else's and put a stamp on everything is ridiculous. And the only people that's, benefit from any kind of war are the people that are making the helicopters, making the airplanes, making the guns, the weapons. The people that are dying are the people that are suffering, and they get nothing out of it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just frustrating, and it's time
Take
for
a
us
look.
to sit back.
Take a look at all of those countries that we fucked with, whether it be Afghanistan, Iraq, Libya, Syria. We have put them in, like, we found them in this one condition, and we literally left them in a fucking worse place than when we
Right.
got them. So
Well, look at Saudi Arabia when we got rid of
Bin Laden?
no, Saddam.
Saddam. Okay.
You got rid of Saddam, and next thing, so you cut his head off, and next thing you know, you've got these other tribal leaders that are trying to take his position, and becomes
ISIS,
more of a
right?
Well, it created more chaos in the region, right? Where you had somebody that we had relationships with that you could kind of control from a distance, but then when we kill him and we cut that head off, now you've got all these other tribal leaders trying to take his position, and it's like it's just chaos. And at some point, we have to quit trying to, like I said, put our stamp on everything throughout the world and just let things happen. And I think Trump's doing the right thing. I mean, you can be a Trump hater and you can, whatever, but him trying to sit there and say, "Hey, we're going to take a step back. We'll let y'all lead y'all's countries, do what y'all need to do, and we're just going to sit back from afar," is. I mean, we haven't had a president like that in a long time, so it's good to see, because we don't need to be in these stupid ass wars.
No.
We don't need to be sending people over to die. Hell, I got two kids in the military right now. I got one about to go to Germany. I don't know what she's about to step into. I don't need conflict in the world. We need peace in the world, and I think that's what Trump is actually trying to do. He's trying to develop peace throughout the world.
Yeah,
if we just allow him to work on it.
Toby and Wally, you kind of mentioned, kind of forcing our beliefs on people on a smaller scale. How many times have you guys heard, well, I guess smaller local scale or whatever, people go, well, they move here to Florida. Well, this is how we did it in New York.
Yeah.
Like, cool.
Exactly.
Go the fuck back to New York. Yeah. If it was so goddamn good, go back up there. I mean, but I agree 100%, man. Let people, if Saudi Arabia, let them do their own thing. If it succeeds, great. If it fails, great. We need to butt out.
I gotta say this. I'm not opposed to what he did. I like actually what he did. You're right. What he's doing is good. But I think from the grand scheme of things, it's all to help the Trump industries too, though. Because once he's not president no more, he's talking about building all type of shit over that. So he need the good relations. So every president has made money, in the Middle East.
Oh my God! Are you becoming a Democrat? So you're going to try and swing this away where it's just so it just benefits himself once again. So
it definitely was a Trump industry on the American dime. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm glad what he said, but it definitely was a Trump industry speech on the American dime.
Come on, man!
Not forget, he's a businessman first. If he makes money off it, great.
To sit here
am I salty that I'm not?
To sit here and say it doesn't benefit the Trump industry, we literally turning a blind eye.
But you're automatically that. But that's the thing, man. We automatically turn into this. We see a good thing that's happening, and we automatically want to turn it into something that it's going to benefit.
Saying it's wrong, shit. I'm not saying it's wrong because if it benefits us, we don't need to be sending all that goddamn money to the Middle East for wars and telling people that if it benefits the United States, that's awesome. But it also set them up too for when he's not in the presidential seat. Hey, Abu Dhabi, come here.
He could have done that without even being president. Like I don't like so I don't. I mean, I hate the fact that we see something good and we automatically turn it into a negative, and it's about something that's beneficial to him.
What was that? What was it? Yeah, come on.
Shut up.
You can do it.
But it's starting to get a little aggravating because once again, man, we see a good thing and then we have to turn it into a negative, and it's just why can't we just as a country come together and say that's a good thing and just kind of support them and lead that? But we always have to have this negative concept behind everything, and that goes back to Twitter, Instagram.
I don't think it was negative at all.
That's not negative.
Yeah, but he didn't do it for the American people. He did it to benefit himself.
The bitch
doing it to benefit the American people.
Bitch gonna get a luxury airplane out the deal that once he's not president, it's not US One Air Force One no more as he is.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Oh man. Though, if you go over to those countries and they offer you a gift and you decline it, it's extreme disrespect. So
it could have been an act of war if he said no.
In some ways.
Next thing we know, another tower's going down.
But that's all I'm sitting there saying. I mean, like once again, man, like why can't we just unify as a country and go and get behind the president and going, man, he's doing an actual good thing, and not look at the negative side of, okay, I guess there's a pros and cons to everything, and there's always going to be this debate. But at the same time, it's like, how does this country ever get better when we're always looking for a negative when there is a positive? We just can't accept a positive.
My favorite little outcome of what just happened, of just watching the Democrats handle it the way that they did, he went and met with the leader of Syria also. And then everybody's like, look at Trump. He's shaking hands with a terrorist, a guy that's former Al-Qaeda. How do you think he got into fucking office? The U.S. literally installed him in the last 4 years, partnering with Al-Qaeda to run Assad off. So Assad was in charge. Tulsi Gabbard went to meet with Assad 4 or 5 years ago. They called her a traitor. So which one is it? Was she the traitor or is he the traitor? Because you see what I'm saying? You had Assad leading, they ran him out of office and installed a puppet government with Al-Qaeda. We did that. Joe Biden's administration did that. And now you're saying Trump's the bad guy for shaking hands with the guy that you installed. It makes no fucking sense.
None of it makes sense. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, until we get together and just unify as a country and not looking for negative things and just see what's actually happening, get supportive behind them and saying it's a good thing. And I don't know where we go, man. It's just so frustrating because.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Back when, not all of us, some of us is from the hood, but you guys are from Sanford, so you know this guy. So you had this guy that sold drugs all fucking year long. That's how he made his money, sold drugs. But on Christmas time, he had a toy drive and gave all the kids on the block Christmas toy. Does that make him a good guy?
We call that an anti-hero in our genre, Keith.
It's kind of like Deadpool, bro.
Yeah,
right? I mean, you could take it back to the Harlem days where, what's his name was running Harlem, and
Bobby Johnson,
yeah. I mean,
but he was killing 1,000 people with his dope.
Those are choices that, those are choices those people made that didn't really have any influence on him. I don't know, man. I mean, but at the same time, man, I just as far as uniting the country and making this country better, we're never going to get to that level where we're all succeeding and we're all on the same page and going in the right direction when we're always looking for a negative on every good thing that happens. and that's
and
frustrating.
and that goes both ways. That goes no matter who's in the chair, good,
Well, no,
bad, and different, right? Yeah,
right.
I mean, no matter who's sitting in the seat, somebody's always going to find he pissed to the left. He should have pissed more to the right of the toilet, you know.
I aim for the center.
Smart. Smart. Yeah, and I don't know that it's finding a negative. I think it's just human nature to be like, okay, on the surface, yeah, it's a great thing. Let me look a little further into this. Just some investigative stuff, and then unfortunately you got dumb fucks like me that go, yep, he's doing catch a buck.
You always want to do your own research.
He is catching a buck because even before his second term, he was trying to build his industry stronger in the Middle East. So now if you can make now again, not saying it's a bad thing. If you improve the relationship between the United States and the Middle East, that make it bad that open doors for a lot of other people to invest over there too.
You show me a former president that ain't sitting on 100 million.
Come on now.
Well, okay, so let's talk about that. So how do all these government officials, when they become a governor or mayor or commissioner or Congress, whatever government position they take, they always end up richer than when they started out on a regular.
Cheney made his fortune in the Middle East.
Scumbag.
Well, yeah, helicopters, yeah. Well, that's what goes back to what we were saying. The only people that profit in a war are the people that actually are the people that are behind making the helicopters, the airplanes, weaponry. Those are the only people that succeed. And when you look at wars, you look at the money, who prospered from it, and then who had those influences to make this war happen, right?
And he got shot in the face. He deserves a couple $1 million. by our own president.
No.
Who's going to say that?
Shot the guy in the face.
Cheney shot the other guy.
Cheney shot the guy in the face. That's right. He shot the guy in the face.
For arguing a little about how much money he made.
And then he said, "Oh fuck, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What? Don't tell him I made that much money."
Bitch, you shouldn't have been there. He was such a old guy. He had the worst attitude of any vice president we've ever had.
Listen, man, I'm all for making some money.
That's probably why his first name was Dick.
We should do something like that movie, War Dogs. Talk about, was that War Dogs? I don't know what your example. It had
War Dogs. They sold the weapons,
military weapons.
Jonah Hill and
go to war.
Yeah, okay. I was thinking about the one
they sold the weapons. That was a good movie.
That was
here in Miami, right?
Yeah,
it took place here in Miami. Yep. Here, I'm in Miami right now.
Well, they took out of Miami, but most of the movie was filmed overseas or in the Middle East, right?
But that's where they were based out of, was Miami.
Right, Miami.
So I don't know if the guy only did 36 months in federal prison. It's not that bad.
No.
And then he was eligible to open up his business again once he got out.
Oh,
so that's the American way.
What are we waiting for?
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
I'll drop the soap a couple times just to make that kind of money, right?
You'll do it for less than that.
Yeah, you're right.
Anyway, sorry. Didn't mean to derail.
No, we moved on. Yeah. So, sorry, Wally. I know you.
There's no fucking morality, man. Think about that Barry Seal guy, the movie Tom Cruise made. He's flying in fucking coke and heroin and shit on the government.
For Escobar.
And they let him do it until they couldn't let him do it anymore.
What was that called? That was American Made or something?
Yeah,
American. But he was also he also played both sides of the party, though. He was playing on both sides of the fence. He was playing with Escobar, and he was playing with the CIA or FBI. You know what I mean? He was their informant.
Yeah, but what do you think the drugs coming into California and South Central LA, with the crack epidemic that happened? I mean, the government was flying in tons of cocaine.
The government did all of that.
Yep.
There's a documentary called damn, I can't think of the name of the show. Shit, with Franklin in it.
Oh yeah,
Snowfall. There's a documentary called Snowfall that only the first two or three seasons. After that, it went crazy.
Yeah, but if you look at Narcos, watching Narcos on Netflix. I don't know if y'all seen that, but you talk about the whole drug industry and how it was all developed and the way it was brought into America
in Colombia. I never made it past season 1.
Really? No, man, dude. That Narcos is one of the best series, and they started getting into what's the little guy now that's running things in Mexico?
Chapo.
Chapo, yeah.
The one that's in
They
American
started
prison?
they started getting into Chapo and how he kind of moved up through the ranks, and then they kind of killed it. I don't know why they
But you
stopped
know,
that series.
he was an Escobar guy too,
Well, yeah. Yeah. Well, no. No.
he bought
No.
dope from
No, he
Escobar.
was the Sinaloan cartel
Yeah,
or something.
he was with the cartel in Mexico. He was bringing in the product from Escobar
Escobar. Yeah.
and the Cali cartel. But the government allowed, I mean, hell, they were funneling, it was the whole triangle trade thing, right? So what they were sending what was the trade? We Cocaine would come in from Colombia, Mexico into the United States. We would sit there and take that money. We would buy weapons from the
Iran.
Iran, Middle East, and then we would take those weapons and then we would supply
The
Central,
Sandinistas in
right,
fucking Panama and all that,
in
or El
Panama
Salvador, Nicaragua. Yeah.
to fight the supposedly fight the communists.
What? Back to what?
Yeah, the communist, the
The
communists,
company? The company? The company? The
commies,
company?
the commies. Yeah,
No,
fuck you.
so.
Yeah, but that and that's what happened. And so the and then you see, so supposedly the government said, well, we'll bring in the cocaine, and the only people that can afford the cocaine are rich white people, Hollywood people, and then didn't realize that there was some dude in Oakland, California, figuring out how to make crack out of the base of the cocaine, which now, so you go to try to buy cocaine, it's costing you $300 or $400 to buy an 8 ball of cocaine. Now you're able to buy a fucking piece of crack that's $10, $15. Now your lower income areas in South Central LA are now being hooked on this drug that was very cheap, and it destroyed lives. It destroyed communities. I
It
mean,
went from Oakland, California to across the fucking country in like
you got
a
gangs right
year
now. You can't walk down the streets in California right now without worrying about being shot.
because of crack.
It's
And
almost like a third world country over there, but we don't talk about it. You don't see it. You know what I'm saying? People have to worry about going to school and worrying about wearing the right colors, or worrying about wearing the right thing, or hey, I'm from this neighborhood, but I have a friend over here, and I'm trying to get to this neighborhood. Hell, I might get shot trying to get over to see that person. Like that's a crazy thing to think of here in America. Like you would think that that's happening in freaking the Middle East, but no, it's happening right here, and our government is the one that started it. But there's no repercussions on the government. But you have thousands of lives that have changed, and it's just the corruption. I mean, I don't know, man. That's just a sore subject. I can go on and on. Like I just like I feel like I need to stop because I can go on a tangent, but it is frustrating, man, when you see what things have happened and how it's all turned out, and we just turn a blind eye to it and just think, yeah, well, it's okay. That just happens over there. It's like, yeah, it does, but man, it's just that's real life shit happening over there.
yes, it is.
I don't know, but. Yeah, I don't know, man. The government's kind of weird, man. Luckily, I think we've kind of changed from trying to get drugs into the country to fund certain wars and things like that.
Why do you think
I
people
think
were so
it's less.
pissed off about the fucking borders being shut down? Because somebody's money was getting fucked with.
Yeah, I think it's less and less as time goes on.
Well,
We're legalizing certain type of drugs, right? That were illegal before, and then the ones that are still illegal, you don't hear much about it anymore. It's not like the 80s or 90s or 2000s anymore. It's kind of dissipated a little bit.
Well, is that because they're trying to change, like, so back in the day when there was a school shooting or some kind of big shooting, you would sit there and talk about the guy that was doing the shooting. Now you don't even mention his name because you don't want him to be, you don't want any copycats,
fanboys and shit being like, "Oh, you
right.
did."
Yeah. So you're not hearing it because you just kind of want that to be kind of dissipated, so it's not in your in your.
Those are amazing. The same.
Teeth.
Yeah.
That's right.
Those are amazing.
I got one in every room in my house and every vehicle I drive.
This
And
shit's
if you get super lazy, you can use it to the front.
Damn.
Oh, hold on. Hey. Sorry.
I don't know. Go back to what you're saying, Wally. I don't know, man. I think is it such a big deal? I think it was a fad back then. The drugs, cocaine. We were flying all that in there, but now we're cutting it with fentanyl. So
Oh, instead of drugs, now we're bringing in immigrants
and Mexican wrestlers or midget wrestlers.
To kind of, I mean, the whole immigration thing as far as the border goes. I mean, everybody knows it was to be able to inflate voting opportunities for the Democrats. So, I mean, have we changed drugs into people, and we're bringing in people now to influence things? Like, I don't know. The government has these cycles, man, and they go through these things where, they say on one hand it's not or it is illegal, but then they turn around and do the exact same thing, and it's okay. Like, I don't know, man. The government's kind of weird, man. I mean, you go back to Vietnam, JFK, all that bullshit. I mean, we still don't really know the truth behind that. I mean,
follow the money.
Conspiracies. Well,
follow the money.
Conspiracy things, man. I mean, all that. I mean, I don't know.
Let me ask you guys a question. Do you guys know if you're Republican or Democrat?
I'm independent as shit. I won't sign up for either of those things.
Independent.
I'm independent.
All right. Well, what if this clip changes your mind? How about that? What do you guys think about this? Our old president, Ronald Reagan. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
I recently asked my friend's little girl what she wanted to be when she grows up.
I've heard this one before.
The President of the United States. Both of her parents, liberal Democrats, were standing there. So I asked her, if you were president, what would be the first thing you would do? Well, she replied, I'd give food and houses to all the homeless people. Her parents beamed. Wow, what a worthy goal, I told her. But you don't have to wait until you're president to do that. You see, you can come over to my house right now and you can mow the lawn, pull weeds, and sweep my driveway, and I'll pay you $50. Then I'll take you over to the grocery store where that homeless guy hangs out, and you can give him the $50 to use toward food and a new house. She thought that over for a few seconds, then she looked me straight in the eye and asked, why doesn't the homeless guy come over and do the work, and you can just pay him the $50? I said, welcome to the Republican Party. I recently asked my friend's little girl...
What do you think about that?
That seems to be the truth.
Man don't work, don't eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got our first call.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Democratic Party always wants to hand out money to those people so they don't have to work. Like that's the separation, right? So, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely the.
I see Toby nodding his head back and forth. I'm curious.
That's definitely the perception.
Wanting to say right now.
No, I'm good.
No, come on, man. Let it out. Let it out. Come on, man.
Let it out.
Let it go.
I think there's been a flippening anyway. Like from the days of Ronald Reagan when I was a kid, the Republican side was the rich elite. I feel like that's flipped. I feel like the rich elite is now the Democrat side. I mean, you've got a president. Republicans were famous for fucking warmongering back in the day, and it looks like they're the ones now trying to kind of push it away. And why would that be? Well, that would be because it's the middle class and lower class kids that get sent off to die in the fucking wars. So there's been a shift, man. Am I wrong that the party of the people seems to be more the right side now than the left side? So, well, I agree with what Reagan said.
What's changed? So when Reagan, that speech right there, he said, you come over and you pull weeds and you mow the lawn. That's actual physical labor, right?
Now we have Mexicans doing that.
Oh shit! Well, not that.
Not really.
Just saying, we have Mexicans
ice
doing
fixing that.
No,
We have Mexicans and we have white people doing it because I see the guys walking up and down my yard going, "Gringos long care."
But now,
that didn't hit. That didn't hit. Everybody just kind of looked at me on that one.
I'm gonna let you
now-
have that, bro.
moving right along. Let's move it right off this and hit. I hear the new NFL schedule has come out.
Yes, it has.
Are we prepared? Are we ready to go? Let's go. What do we think about the new NFL schedule?
There's a lot of international games. There seems to be a lot more international games this year, if I'm not mistaken. Or
There's quite a few international games.
Yeah, Dolphins are going to Spain this year.
Yep.
There's quite a few international games. My Dolphins got a shitload of primetime games that I really don't care for.
It's the most we've had in some time, and
my God, I hate.
Yeah.
I hate the primetime.
There are some high expectations for the Miami Dolphins. So I'll tell you what.
So
it's just more people to fail in front of. Go ahead.
So one of like I talked before, me and the boys, we hit a football trip every year. One of the games is a Dolphins game, a Monday night football game at Pittsburgh on December 15th. So, or I'm sorry, December 15th. So that's on one, and then we also got one that same week, Green Bay at Denver.
Ooh, nice.
So kind of like, hey, looking for some good matchups. There's a couple.
Is Pittsburgh Dome? Is it a dome in Pittsburgh?
No.
Or is it outside snow?
Outside in the elements. So
if we all go, we have to go all shirtless.
I'm not going to that cold weather, bro.
Keith, you're going.
I'm not going to that cold weather.
Keith,
what if it was a dome? What if it was a dome?
Oh, if it's a dome, I'm with it. But other than that, shit, I fuck that. You can't enjoy the football with your nose running. It's fucking ridiculous. I'm a Florida guy for life.
You can do it. You'll be fine,
Right, so
Keith.
What do you guys think about the NFL schedule? Is this a good schedule?
What do we got out of the gates?
Look at this crazy motherfucker. Look at this crazy motherfucker.
The first game is what? Eagles Cowboys, I want to say.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah,
that's entertaining. And then that Friday night, I think it's Kansas City somebody right after that. So I mean, it opens up good.
Eagles Cowboys. Think about that game. I mean, that's a divisional game. Like, do you want your first game? I don't like that. I wish they would have did something different there. I don't think that divisional games should be week one games. I think you need a couple games to kind of get flowing,
get in the groove. Yeah,
and then get into your divisional games, man. But I mean, Cowboys Philly, that's a big game, man. That could set home field advantage or early. Yeah, I mean, so to me, I would like to see like maybe a Philadelphia Kansas City game, and then a couple weeks get into the divisional games. But I mean, if that's what the NFL wants to do, that's what they're going to do. But I kind of wish it was a little different, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a great game. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Cowboys going to have to come out and fight for their lives because Philly's obviously going to be the favorites in the East.
That George Pickens situation is a bigger deal than people think because putting him together with CeeDee Lamb, that's some fucking firepower, man.
Yeah.
I mean, outside.
Yep.
Yeah, but whoever the quarterback is, if Dak, I don't know if he's going to be healthy week one.
Yeah, he's good to go.
Yeah,
they got to get the ball off, man. Because that Philadelphia D line is a beast.
Yeah, but Cowboys usually have a decent offensive line. The running game, I don't know who the running back's going to be for.
Well, they picked up Javonte Williams from Denver, and they drafted the running back from Texas, Polk, I think. Okay. So they got stuff.
They got guys, but it's going to be. I don't know. I just don't like seeing divisional games week one. For me, man,
we have a divisional game week two. We play. I forgot we play week. Well, we play the Colts. Okay, I take the Colts week one, but week two we play like on Sunday or Monday night. We play damn Buffalo.
No, Buffalo's week 3, Thursday night.
Week 3.
Yeah.
I don't. First of all, I can't talk about the Bills without saying fuck the Bills, right? But I really hate how if you ever look at the Buffalo, I'm not being a hater. I just want y'all to look at the last 3 or 4 years. look at the Bills' schedule. It is favored for them to win. You know that? Now they threw us a bone this year. We don't go to Buffalo in the cold. We go to Buffalo like you said, week 3. Yes, you're right. Week 2 is the Patriots at home.
It's the Patriots.
Yeah. I'll be there week 2. But we play Buffalo at a night game. And then when we play Buffalo again, it's later in the season, either a night game or a 4:00 game. They never
but
bring
in
Buffalo.
In Miami late.
Yes.
That's big.
That's big. But I want that big motherfucker to be sweating when it's 105 degrees on their sideline. They don't do that no more. They will not bring Buffalo to Miami in the heat.
Yeah, talk about divisional openings, man. Green Bay opens up at home versus Detroit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, that sucks. And then week 2, we're at home versus Washington.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, we're getting butt fucked. Cool. Right out the gate.
So the NFC Central is playing NFC East.
Yes, exactly.
So the
Washington's a team, man. Watch out for them motherfuckers.
Yes.
We play them in Spain.
Yeah. They've got Super Bowl hopes.
So the AFC East has to play the AFC Central, which is Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, and Bengals. So y'all, right? Is that?
Yeah. I mean, it's not the Central anymore. That's old school.
What was it called now?
You got the East, West, North, and South.
Or AFC
Yeah,
North.
it's no more Central.
AFC North. Okay. So AFC North.
Yeah.
Wally just went to 1984.
Probably.
And with his flip phone that can't use the app.
Yeah, the Dolphins drew the NFC South and the AFC North. So yeah, that is.
Yeah, so you got Baltimore, Bengals.
Man, we played Baltimore and Miami this year, which is good.
Yeah.
I think we played and we played Cincinnati and Miami. I wanted to go to the Cincinnati.
You going to the Bears game or you going to the Patriots game? What opening?
The opening, we play the Patriots. So I'm going to that.
You going to Patriots game?
We all need to go, but I'm going to that.
I might sign up for that.
That AFC has to play that AFC Central team or division. That's tough.
You can take 3 losses quick playing them 4 teams.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's a tough. I mean, that
I'm afraid of the damn Patriots this year because they got something going over there.
Oh yeah, they retooled.
Well, you got to worry about Vrabel.
The good coach.
Who?
Vrabel.
Yep.
I'll tell you a game I'm interested in seeing is as soon as the decision's made, Green Bay and Pittsburgh play each other this year.
Oh,
so
I don't know what that means.
Oh, so you're thinking it could be the Aaron Rodgers rematch?
I'm thinking that's where Rodgers is like, okay. Now
I'm really talk about Milwaukee.
I think. So, do y'all think you think Aaron Rodgers plays? I think he does. I think he comes and plays.
They were saying last week, like on ESPN, of course, a reliable source within Pittsburgh says it's any day now. The announcement's going to be.
I think it's going to be Pittsburgh to go anywhere because they need a good quarterback.
I think it's going to be Pittsburgh too.
I think with Derek Carr retired, to kind of maybe put another option on the table.
The Saints.
Yeah.
That did open up a slot, man.
Yeah. So
but I don't see him.
I thought the trading of George Pickens was reflective of Rodgers coming. People thought about that the opposite. I think it's reflective of it because a personality like Rodgers, you can't probably have him on the field with a personality like Pickens. It probably just isn't going to work. So yeah. So I saw that.
And that's why he worked out with DK. He never brought Pickens over there at USC.
Well, you can't have your 1 and 2 receivers fist fight and get ejected with DBs 6 plays into a game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that, and you have to worry about what number each one of them is going to wear. Like, they both wear the same number, so I knew that was going to be an issue with DK and Pickens.
I thought they had settled that where DK said he was going to wear number 4 or something.
Yeah, well, now that Pickens is gone, I'm sure he's going to pick up that jersey. Made it easy.
Yeah, exactly.
I see Rodgers. I see Rodgers playing next year, and I think it's with Pittsburgh.
That gives him a shot because top to bottom, that Pittsburgh roster is a top 5 roster. So
it is. They look real. I think they quietly had a really good draft too.
Yeah.
So
loaded on defense.
Yep. I like the what's the linebacker from Ohio State, Sawyer.
Oh, good
Just
player. I couldn't
great
believe
player.
he fell that far in the draft either.
Yep. And then they got the quarterback from Ohio State. I hate Ohio State. I'll say that out. I hate them, but
Yeah,
they're
but Will Howard is going to be a guy that's going to be the quarterback. I think to me, I think he's going to be one of those quarterbacks that kind of just stand out later on. And then being behind Aaron, and when Aaron gets there, and being able to like watch him, I think it's just going to help him grow. But I think that quarterback, Shador Sanders, where are we at with Shador? I don't know. Did you see that? Uh, the other Sanders,
Silo.
Yeah, Silo signed with Tampa Bay on a
Tampa Bay
rookie contract. I mean, and they didn't even go. I mean, damn, I thought that was pretty soon because he wasn't even drafted. He was on a free agent.
it was within an hour of the last draft pick. He was signed with Tampa Bay.
But it was a free agent contract. Like,
Yeah,
so, I mean,
undrafted free agent, which is I don't know
Yeah.
how he went undrafted because I honestly thought he did really well.
well, I can tell you why he went on because as soon as the draft was over, he fired his dad as his agent.
Really?
And hired.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
yeah, he hired an actual agent, and then he ended up signing with Tampa. And then 2 weeks later, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks, 3 weeks later, he signed an actual contract with Tampa Bay.
Really?
So yeah. So the whole Sanders project thing, there's some
I've
issues.
heard more stuff, after the fact of the Shador slide down the draft board. I've heard all kinds of shit since then about him showing up with fucking headphones on, like around his neck, and the music blaring loud while he
Like he
was
didn't wanna
talking
listen.
to guys. Like, dude, that's not how you job interview unless you don't want the job. So
Right.
then right, okay, fine, that's within your right to be an ass. But then once all those GMs start talking, then they're like,
Gotta
okay.
listen.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, so he was going, and I think that's how Dion, when he was coming out, kind of had his attitude and was kind of, I think his sons were kind of drawn on the same thing that his dad did coming
Yeah,
out.
you can't do that. It's a different world now.
Did you hear Warren Moon, who went and met with Cam Ward? They interviewed Warren Moon, and he said point blank, he goes, I get that Dion and all the flash type of a thing, but quarterback ain't cornerback. You have to be a humbled leader at this position. And when you show your ass like that, teams are like, I can't do it.
Well, you're investing millions of dollars into somebody that you want to be able to trust that's going to lead a team and not be selfish. You know what I'm saying? So Cam Ward going to Tennessee during his interview when he was at Tennessee, the dude was walking around handshaking people in the cafeteria where you have, Shador going in interviews with his headphones playing music loud and almost like, what are you going to tell me to get me to come here?
Yeah.
Instead of, hey, I'm wanting to come here to make this program better. And when you act like that way,
they're good friends too. Cam Ward and Shador, they're really good friends. They work out together.
Yeah, they do. They do. And there was videos of I want to say Shador going off to get water, and Cam was like, "You're going to go get water? We just finished this is the first practice. Like this is the first section of the."
He
practice.
was basically saying water's for pussies. I remember seeing that video.
Yeah. Like you're already getting water. This is like we haven't even started. We just got through the first part of the practice. Like
there was another one. There was another one where Shador was talking about the rap shit that he's into, and he's like, "Yeah, man, you don't do anything out of football." And Cam was like, "All I want people to think of when they hear the name Cam Ward is quarterback one." Like,
not a video or music. Like I want people to think about me as a quarterback.
Well, the reports that came out of Tampa too was Shiloh did the same thing. Basically, Cam Ward did. He was introduced, meeting the lunch ladies to the equipment techs to the news what do you call it, the news reporters. Yeah. Hey, talk to me. What's your name? What's all? So I love that. So I love just genuine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shiloh seems totally different than.
Shador he had to be if he fired his dad. Like, man, damn you! I didn't get drafted. Let me get a real agent.
Right.
Story.
Yep.
Well, that says something. I mean, that whole draft process, and I think Shiloh saw what happened with Shador and was like,
I'm
I
out.
don't want to be. I don't want to be a part of this. Like, this is not happening. Like, you know. So I don't know. And then Cleveland, man, what does Cleveland really do? So I just saw a report where they're talking about trading Joe Flacco. If they trade Joe Flacco, so now you're looking at
Isn't
what?
Joe Flacco from Canada? Isn't that Keanu Reeves from?
Shane Falco.
Yeah, Shane Falco.
Shane
No,
Falco,
so-
Johnny Utah.
Time out.
That's
Before
right.
we
He
go
played
any-
different. That's right. I forgot he played different people.
Before we go
So-
any
quarterbacks.
further, this motherfucker glass haven't went 3/4 empty since he started this show. Every time he take a sip, it get refilled before he pick it back up.
There's a hole in the bottom of my cup.
So what does Cleveland do? I mean,
My
so
wife
what-
keeps on
what-
checking
what-
on me. Goes, hey, you need a drink? I'm like, hell yeah.
You know,
Sorry, didn't
I
interrupt
think from what I'm seeing, it sounds like Shador's having a better OTAs than what's the Oregon quarterback?
Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Yeah,
So And
he
you get-
actually started at UCF.
yeah, then you got the that team picture coming out of there with them all doing the fucking Shador. Hold on, Gabriel's
I think Shador's going to be a good quarterback, man. I can't believe that being around his dad, he's not able to read defenses and be able
Oh,
to.
he can read defenses. That's not a question.
That's the thing, and so when I'm doing a quarterback comparison, when I look at Shador and I look at a guy like who's the guy Chicago
Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams. Caleb is a guy, and even Cam Ward, and I don't want to talk about Cam because I don't know what he's really going to do when he gets to the NFL, but he's almost the same player as a Caleb Williams, where they rely.
I'm going to say this about Cam Ward, and you see I got a Florida State hat on, and I'm going to say this about Cam Ward. I have probably in 40-something years of watching college football not ever seen a quarterback that was that fucking calm in the pocket. Calmness.
Right.
I mean, dude, that guy, he sees the world differently than most quarterbacks.
But this is the thing. They both rely on their athletic ability in order to get them out of situations to make plays.
To some degree, but man, Cam's dude, that guy sits there under pressure and sees the field, and you can't make him flinch.
Well, that's why I sat there and said I'll wait to have my judgment on him when I see him in the NFL. But Caleb Williams, and a comparison of Caleb Williams and Shador is Caleb relies on his athletic ability. That's why he holds the ball in his hands so long, because he can't read the defenses. Then everything breaks down. Now he's running around the pocket to make an athletic play down the field to get him out of a situation. Where I think Shador Sanders is a guy that's going to walk up to the line of scrimmage, be able to read the defense,
Well,
and then know where to go. Well, but that's what I'm saying. His pedigree, him being able around his dad, dad being able to teach him defenses. He's going to walk up to the line of scrimmage, read the defense, and know where to exactly go with the
Cam
ball.
Ward and Shador Sanders both played in legitimate pro-style offenses, and Caleb Williams played in Lincoln Riley's fruity-ass one-read passing system. So there's a difference in what they already know coming into the league in terms of defense reading.
And I'm so glad Caleb Williams is in the NFC North.
You know, it's funny. It's funny y'all say that because I just saw an article yesterday about how I forgot who the reporter was doing the article, was saying they believe that Caleb Williams is going to be part of that Chicago quarterback bus.
Yeah. There was a report saying Caleb Williams' dad is like, get him out of Chicago tomorrow.
Well, that was like, they were talking about that last year. They
Yeah,
didn't
well,
want him signing with Chicago. Yeah.
Now they have a fucking dude. Their coach is the Detroit guy, and that offense was crispy as shit with Jared Goff.
Yeah.
But what did they do? Okay, so now with Caleb Williams, you saw that he held the ball a long time. He didn't have an offensive line to give him protection to be able to read the defense, give him time to read the defense to get the ball out of his hand. So what's the first thing that Chicago does? They go out and they sign a bunch of offensive linemen. and free agency.
Listen,
I mean, so they're securing.
We need to wrap this up because Dave need to do his trivia.
Am I getting set up again with some fun shit?
I don't know.
We have 11 minutes left on the show.
11 minutes hey, we finished this segment. We got a minute and 30 seconds left.
Jay been trying to signal us in every
Today's
freaking way
topic
possible.
will probably be something about fucking managing garbage routes.
It's not.
That's a good one.
All right. It might be next week now.
All right, it's time for Dave's world famous game. Dave, what do you got for us today?
So I want to kind of go back to the beginning of the show with your geriatric concert and Wally's cool concert.
That is messed up. That is so messed up. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Okay?
AC/DC is great, but I'm going to go ahead and say Wally probably had the better experience.
Oh, it was great.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so at all. Here, I got to play this with you. This is my video.
I can actually hear his pacemaker skipping.
They have a drum machine. There's no way an 80 motherfucking year old is hitting the drums on point like that.
Oh, shit.
All right, what do you got for us, David?
So, in the spirit of concerts and all that, 20 questions.
Google is ready to go.
Can you name the highest grossing concert tours of all time? So what I'll do is I'll give you the amount of money and the year. You guys are going to give me the singer or the band.
Fuck, I'm going to lose this one. Go ahead.
I figure this is going to be tough for everybody. But
I'm back, baby.
I think this might be a Wally and Toby game.
Making over $736 million from 2009 to 2011.
Britney Spears.
Rolling Stones.
No.
Justin Timberlake.
No. It's a group.
Backstreet Boys.
2009?
2009 to 2011, making over $736 million.
The Eagles.
Putting the Blowfish.
The K-pop people.
You're all wrong. It was U2.
Shit.
Bono?
They suck. They suck.
I hate U2.
I hate you2. They suck.
All right,
never would have thought about them.
Making over $558 million from 2005 to 2007.
Fleetwood Mac.
Both wrong.
Rolling Stones. I'm gonna say Rolling Stones. Everyone.
Keith is on the board.
I'm gonna say.
Oh wow!
I actually seen them live in 89, 90. I didn't pay this year. I was working for the fucking stadium.
Making over $458 million from 2010 to 2013.
What's the year?
All right. Okay. Can you add like the genre?
No, because I don't know them all.
What year?
2010 to 2013. Over $458 million.
Insane.
Or did the Blowfish?
Nope. I'm probably an idiot for not knowing this one.
It's a group, or can you at least say group or single?
Okay, I can add that. This is a singer.
Michael Jackson.
Bruce Springsteen.
Nope.
Oh, that was a good one, Keith.
That was a good one. Maybe
Axl
it is.
Rose.
I don't know.
Axl Rose.
It's not. Roger Waters. Am I dumb for not knowing who that is?
Oh, that's the Who. The guy from the Who.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Making over $441 million from 2008 to 2010. It's a group.
The K-pop people.
No.
This one is hard.
Tupac.
That bitch said Tupac.
Did you say Tupac?
That bitch said Tupac.
I did. Somebody's making money. Just like somebody's making money, just like somebody's making money off of Michael Jackson right now.
Tupac died in 96.
Yeah, 96.
So $441 million, 2008 to 2010. A group, rock.
Metallica.
No.
What's the
Roses?
John Fogerty.
No, the ones that ate that saw snort the ants.
Oh, you said 2000.
The dude was married to Pamela Anderson.
What, Motley Crue?
Motley Crue?
No.
Green Day, not Green Day. Nickelback.
All right. Nope. Moving on. JG, that was AC/DC.
Oh, damn it, buddy.
What?
Oh, JG got it?
I missed
No.
it.
Oh,
Y'all missed it. So,
I thought
over 408 million, 2008 to 2009, singer, female.
Mariah Carey.
No.
Pink.
Janet Jackson.
Nope.
What year was it? What year?
Oh, Britney Spears.
2008
Before she went
to-
crazy.
2008 to 2009, over 408
Taylor
million.
Swift.
Oh, I almost said who it was.
Britney
Singer,
Spears.
female. Nope, y'all are wrong.
Jennifer
Stevie
Lopez.
Nicks.
Beyonce.
Nope. Madonna.
Damn.
Vogue.
Yeah.
Like a virgin.
Toby and I did the same thing.
like a virgin.
Over 389 million from 2005 to 2006. Group previously mentioned.
Fleetwood Mac.
NSYNC.
Nope.
Jesus Christ.
Rock. or-
Motley Crue.
I think it's rock.
Motley
Hootie and the
Crue.
Blowfish.
Nope.
Jesus
Answer
Christ.
is once again U2.
Fuck them.
Oh,
You
they
two
suck,
again?
bro. Get the YouTube questions out.
I'm just going down the list, all right?
Jesus Christ, they suck.
Over $371 million from 2011 to 2014. Singer was a part of a group at one point.
Justin Timberlake.
Nope.
Beyonce.
His name has been mentioned in a guess.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Hootie and the Blowfish.
Nope.
The singer from Hootie and the Blowfish. I don't know his name.
Darius Rucker.
Darius Rucker. No, it's not correct. So, you guys previously guessed it. The Immortal World Tour, Michael Jackson.
Shit.
He wasn't dead, baby.
I don't know. So over $362 million, 2007 to 2008, classic rock group.
Oh, Bob Seger.
Nope.
Classic rock. Sweet Home Alabama. Who are those
Dead.
people?
I was gonna say dead.
What is? I'm trying to
Well,
figure out
they're
what.
they're all
JG
dead,
is-
actually. They're all
Jay
dead.
is
They're all
great
dead.
at Dayton, guessing dead people.
I'm trying to figure out what is considered classic rock. Boat rock, yacht rock.
Nickelback nowadays is considered classic rock, just so you know.
Led Zeppelin.
Everything that Jay went to go, so Wally went to
Alabama.
see for his thing is called classic rock now.
Alabama.
So, the group is The Police.
Oh, Sting.
Oh,
Yep.
oh my God. Wow.
Over $347 million from 2012 to 2013. Singer, rock. Part of a group. The group's kind of big in the name. I guess if that makes sense.
Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce Springsteen.
Damn
Wow, wow. And you just pulled that one out of your ass there,
Damn
Wally.
sure. Yeah, you're damn right.
Toby, you on the board
The
yet?
boss. The boss. He pulled out the boss out of his ass. Wait. Did I say that right? He pulled the boss out of his ass?
Wow.
Interesting.
We've got 10 questions to go.
Score is
Keith on the board with 1. Wally on the board with 1. Zeros for the other 2.
Can we go back to the Spaceball game, please?
Over 320 million from 94 to 95. A group.
94 to 95.
New edition.
Boys to men.
Okay, so I guess
the group that played Friends.
Hold on.
I'll be there for you.
I'll give you another hint as soon as Drunky shuts the fuck up. A couple of these answers a couple of these groups, singers are on here multiple times. Remember, it's highest grossing all time.
Rolling Stones.
Welcome to the board, Toby.
Thank you.
Oh boy.
Steel Wheels Tour, probably.
Over $311 million from 2002 to 2003. Group.
Rock.
NSYNC. Oh,
Aerosmith.
Metallica.
Motley
You
Crue.
too.
Not you two, but hey, it's a good guess because some of these are hint on here multiple times.
Not Motley Crue.
Rolling Stones.
Wally.
God damn, that's the third Rolling Stones.
They're popular.
You mean to tell me that Wally might win this game?
Motherfucker.
This podcast is over. I'm ending it right now if he's going to win this game. Goodbye, everybody.
2012, over $305 million. Singer, female.
Britney Spears.
Pink.
Madonna.
JG is on the board with Madonna.
It's the same. It's the same 5 fucking people.
I know.
Oh, it's getting a little different coming up here right now. Over $290 million in 2014. Modern day group. I guess modern day, with it being 2014.
I'm gonna say it again. NSYNC.
You're on the right track with boy bands.
It's going to be the other one. Not NSYNC. It's going to be Backstreet Boys.
I said that.
It's going to be the
New Kids on the Block.
Oh, that'd be great to go to. But no.
What the hell? There's only 3 of them. What? Who else?
New Edition.
One Direction.
Who the fuck is that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Again, nobody we know anything about. I couldn't tell you one of their damn songs.
I'm a grown ass man, dog.
Over $279 million from 2008, 2009. Female singer.
Beyonce.
Janet.
Pink. Madonna. Fuck it.
Shakira.
Nope.
Jennifer Lopez.
Older. Older lady.
There's somebody older than Jennifer Lopez. All right.
Celine Dion.
Wally.
Whoa.
Bam.
Oh fuck, we got stopped by
Oh
Wally.
shit.
This is the day, man.
The Titanic girl.
This is the day when your asshole gets a little sun on it.
Gotta shine. Sun shines on the dog ass.
Look at his ass. His face in the sun right
now. Over $274 million from 97 to 98. Rock group.
Aerosmith.
Rolling Stones.
Keith.
Damn it.
God.
Yeah, keep
This
going
ain't
to the
Stones.
level.
I'm just gonna say the Stones for now on for every question.
Damn and damn you too.
So we got 4 questions left.
Yeah, that too.
We've got 4 questions left plus a tiebreaker. I'm holding back just in case there's a tie. But we got Wally in the lead.
Are we tying anywhere?
There could be. Wally's with 3, Keith with 2, Jay and Toby with 1.
Toby and I, we're gonna tie.
$259 million in 2013. Rock.
What year?
2013.
Rolling Stones.
Aerosmith.
U2.
Motley Crue. Because that's when they came back.
Celine Dion.
Metallica.
Nope.
Nickelback.
AC/DC.
Nope, you're all wrong. It was Bon Jovi.
Which he is, for those of us that don't know, he is working on Young Guns 3
Fuck yes.
with Emilio Estevez playing Billy the Kid.
I'm not mad.
So he's going to be the old bushy Bill Roberts guy. I'm guessing. Yeah.
3 questions to go. Over $251 million, 2008 to 2011. Rock group. Classic rock. I know we think Linkin Park's classic rock, but kind of
Our classic rock is different. One.
Eagles.
Toby.
That damn.
Wow. Our classic rock is different than what classic rock actually is.
I know.
You guys know that, right?
Yes.
Well, Eagles is classic rock.
But what
definitely
what
classic
Wally
rock.
doesn't realize, all those bands he mentioned at the beginning, they're all classic
considered
rock now.
classic rock right now.
All
Yes,
classic
you're right.
rock now. All of them.
All
What
right,
we
so-
listen to, what we're talking about, is called oldies.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, maybe I've been defining it. Was classic rock to me growing up, right? Or us. Over $250 million, 1994 group. Rock.
94.
Rock. Rolling Stones.
No.
Sweet Home Alabama.
Guns N' Roses.
No.
Motley Crue.
No.
Aerosmith.
No. Correct answer is Pink Floyd.
Fuck.
Oh my God, I forgot about Pink Floyd. Jesus
This is
Christ.
the first time they made the list. All right, final question.
Wait, what's the score? Score?
Wally win.
Okay, no. So answer this. If Keith or Toby answer this one, we got the tiebreaker.
Oh,
Okay.
That's where we're at. All right.
We're Wally 3, Toby 2, Keith 2, JG 1. Over $250 million, 2002 to 2005. I don't know what the genre is, I guess, but
NSYNC.
Person, female.
Oh.
Shakira. Beyonce.
Britney Spears.
Jennifer Lopez.
Pink.
Keith, I love that you say
Superstar.
Pink all the time.
I love the
love
color pink.
Pink. Mm.
I love Pink.
Whitney Houston.
No. Final answer. 3.
Jennifer
2,
Lopez.
1. Cher.
Oh, fuck.
And that's it. Wally, ladies and gentlemen.
Wally!
Wally won. Wally won.
Hey, buddy. Put a little olive. What is that? Aloe vera on that ass.
Sun's got to shine on a dog's ass every once in a while, dog.
Every now and then.
Today is the day. Today is the day.
Attaboy.
All right. Here, just one more song real quick for AC/DC. Who knows this song? Who can pick it?
Have a drink on me.
Hell yeah!
I went the whole show without telling y'all.
He's got to calm down.
I was going to say, Jesus.
Listen, I went the whole show without telling
We're
y'all.
coming to the end of our show. This is the Florida Trash Talkers.
Jay, shut up!
I
Keith
know.
is trying to say something.
What? Who?
I said, I went the whole. I've gone the whole show without telling y'all. I don't know not one AC/DC song.
Yeah, you do.
You know one now. You know how to sing it.
Highway to Hell.
Sing it.
Back in Black.
I'm on a highway.
It's in every
I've
movie.
heard that in the movie.
If you've ever been to a Dolphin game, you hear Thunderstruck.
Yep. Keith, you watched the first Avengers movie when Captain America, when Iron Man comes in.
Shoot the Thrill.
Yes.
Shoot the Thrill. Yep.
Okay. I know
you were an AC/DC fan without knowing that you're an
I
AC/DC
didn't know
fan.
they was AC/DC. Okay.
Fucking liar. Go ahead, proceed to end the show, Jay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I was just waiting. That's twice today I got yelled at for. That's twice today I got yelled at for talking over you guys. All right, guys. This is Florida Trash Talkers. I'm a little buzzed. Thank you.
You probably drunk.
Not yet. I got a cigar to do later.
Bob,
all right, guys.
Whatever.
Thanks for listening to somebody else close the show.
All right, guys. It's the wrap on the FLA Trash Talkers. Hell of a show today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to tell your friends and 10 of their friends to all like and subscribe. Every Sunday, unless there's a holiday like Mother's Day, we are live 10 to noon. Wally, final words.
Great show. I'm glad JG's over there drinking and having a good time and can't really conduct the show, but hope everybody enjoyed the show that we had today, and hope we didn't sound too stupid, and everybody enjoy this Florida weather, man. It's Sunday afternoon, man. It's great outside right now, so enjoy, get outside, and have a good Sunday.
Absolutely. Jay, final words.
All right, David Joe.
Got it. Keith.
Hey, I'm like Wally, this beautiful weather out here. Thank everybody for listening. You took time to listen to us today, and we really appreciate it. Now get your friends to listen to us also, like and subscribe. And I'm going outside this floor to eat and play with some meat.
And unlike Jay,
Toby, just say it, just Toby.
You.
I forgot, Toby, and my bad. I'm sorry.
Thanks for remembering me, bro.
I got you, bro.
Well, I remembered you too. Jesus Christ.
After we yelled at you.
Yeah.
He's wearing that stupid ass hat, so I mean that kind of distracted me.
I'm just going outside now to take my Celtics flag off the house and fold it like they do for the military. Into it's Celtics funeral day. America's team's dead.
I got you. And I'm Dave. So I had a great time. Hell of a run today. And that's all I got. Sweet.